welcome back to my channel. I'm Mariah, and I am continuing to share my TTC journey with you guys. And so if you watched my last few videos, then you know that my husband and I have been trying to conceive at this point for about 2 years. And we have, done all the sort of diagnostic testing to determine what the reason might be, and we have come up with nothing yet. So it is like unexplained infertility, which is so frustrating because there is in fact a reason that I'm not getting pregnant. It is just unknown to us what that reason is. And I do kind of have a plan right now for figuring that out, sort of like as a supplement to us just forging on trying to get pregnant. Like I would actually like, to know what's going on, if that's possible, if I can find that. And so I have a plan. Maybe I'll share that in another video. But in this video, we are going to go get us an IUI. So yeah, if you have seen the previous videos, you know that this is my third IUI. The last two we used Clomid to help us, or to help me to, stimulate my follicles. But this time I used letrozole, and letrozole was a bust. Okay, I got my medications mixed up in there somewhere, and I only took 2 days worth of letrozole when I was supposed to take 5 days, I believe. So I don't even really know, if it worked. I know that I produced a follicle on my own, and I ovulate, on my own anyway. So there was like a viable follicle, but just one, whereas when you're using these fertility drugs, you want to get, 2 or 3. That's the whole goal. But no, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, didn't keep it up. So whatever, I had what I had when I had it. Okay. So I went in and so I guess I can start with I went in to check the size of the follicles, saw that I had what I had, and you guys, that's in a previous video. And then my nurse told me to go ahead and trigger on a particular day, and I used the Overdose shot, which I can show you some footage of that. So I have to trigger today, and don't mind our refrigerator. I have to get the Overdrill. It's in this package because I have to trigger today, and I'm going to have to do that at work because I'm going into the office today, and Christopher and I are doing our IUI tomorrow. So at some point today at work, I'm gonna have to trigger because it should be about 24 hours before the IUI. That's our game plan. And tomorrow the IUI is at around 11:30. So I'll trigger sometime around lunch today. So just checking in to let you know what I'm doing. Hopefully I can try to do some recording at work while I do it. We'll see. All right. Okay, so I'm at work right now, and I'm about to do the shot. I've come into one of our meeting rooms to do it. And so I put the shot, of course, into the refrigerator until now, because it's about 11:43. I've been kind of I don't know, I feel like I've been kind of avoiding this because I just feel nervous or whatever. But last month, Chris was able to do the shot for me because we were at home. It was actually his birthday that day, so we had to run around and do a couple things for him to do it. But anyway, now I'm at work, and so I'm about to trigger, and I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. Don't pay no attention to my stomach, okay? We working on that. All right, so I'm gonna trigger on the left side because that's where I have the most going on. So here we go. Oh, Jesus. I'm doing it. Let's sit for a minute. Like a boss. That's how you do that. Okay. I think I was also supposed to have like a little, what do you call it? Alcohol wipe to wipe the area first, but it didn't come in the pack. And of course I didn't think about bringing anything this morning when I came to work. So we did what we could do. We're doing the best that we can do. You're doing a good job, girl. You're doing a good job. We just have to encourage ourselves. We're doing the best we can do. Okay, that's long enough. I'll come back tomorrow when we actually go in for the IUI. All right, bye-bye. So I did that. So I did the trigger, and then the next day was the IUI, which is actually today. And so I can show you some footage of how I was feeling going into it. So today is IUI day, and I am sitting, I got to the birth center early, and so I have a little bit of time to kill. Also, the midwife is on a conference call right now, so she's running behind. So I'm early and she's running behind, and which is not wonderful because I have Christopher's specimen here with me, like keeping it warm, and it needs to get into her, you know, within a certain amount of time, and I just don't want it to be too much time and like something bad happen. I mean, I don't know what could happen, but I just don't want it to happen. But I'm just trying to stay positive, you know, and like let all the positivity and the hope and the, you know, excitement that I have for the future just flow through my body, and like let that energy be in my body as she's performing the procedure or whatever. Even though I, you know, like part of me feels like this isn't perfect. Like it's not 100% perfect like I would prefer for it to be. But it's all good. I mean, it's okay. I will say that last cycle when we did the IUI, our last IUI, that did feel perfect. Like it felt like I ovulated when we wanted me to. We performed the procedure when we should have. Like the timing was good. You know, it was all like how I thought it should be, or like kind of textbook, you know. And I didn't get pregnant. So, you know, there really isn't a perfect set of circumstances. Like, and you know, I've seen so many people that, like, you know, things didn't seem like they were going to work out, like something went wrong, or, you know, the timing was off, or whatever it is, and then boom, they got pregnant. And that just, and you know what, before I even started this video, I just took a minute to kind of pray and I'm still trying to get myself to a point of like, you know, it's fine, everything is good. You know, God is so great, he's so big. This is nothing to him. He can make any of this work out. You know what I mean? He got Mary pregnant without even without any kind of intercourse. You understand what I'm saying? Like every time a baby is conceived, it's a miracle, and it happens all the time for so many women. So, you know, it can certainly happen for me, and it can happen this time. So that's what I'm trying to, and the more I like say that and like, you know, remind myself of that, the more encouraged I get. Like, yes, God is so good. God is so good. He is so great. He is a miracle worker. He's working miracles all the time, all around us. He can do anything. He's so big. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep on saying, I'm gonna just keep praising God right here in this car for a couple minutes before I go inside. And maybe I'll do a little bit of taping, and I don't know if I will, but yeah, that's what's going on. We're praying for the very best. Christopher and I said a very quick prayer before when I saw him, and so all right, so I'll check in a little while. Bye. Just had the IUI, and it was uncomfortable, of course, but it was fine. So now I'm just laying still, probably for definitely at least 15 minutes, but I'll lay here until, I don't know, I'm ready to go. And I think it went fine. The midwife now is very familiar with my anatomy and knows exactly where to go to find my cervix, which is just so helpful. The first IUI, we spent a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes looking for my cervix, and it was not fun. But now she knows exactly where to go. Like, apparently it's like up high and that, I don't know. Anyway, she went to it, and so yeah, she did say I might have a little cramping this time because she wasn't able to fully separate the sample. You know how it needs to be like the semen and the ejaculate like has to be separated out. So there might be a little bit of some extra stuff in there, so I might have some cramping, but that's fine. As long as the good stuff gets in there, I'm all good. Okay, so I'm gonna just lay right here. Y'all take care. I'll be back. Bye. So yeah, so I did the IUI. We I went, and the midwife, as always, is very wonderful. I love her. Her name is Nikki, and performed it, and I feel like it went well. She did what needed to be done, and at this point, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see what happens, and that's all I can do. This time, I'm like really determined not to get as disappointed as I was the last time. It doesn't mean that I don't have a whole lot of hope. Like, I still want to maintain my hope and my faith. I trust God for this. But I do not want to slip into like a mild depression, which I did last time. I do not want to do that again. And so this time during the 2-week wait, I'm, taking some kind of deliberate steps to ensure that I don't slip in, like at the end of it, like if my cycle starts and I see that this IUI was not successful, it's just going to have to be okay. It's just going to be okay. You know what I mean? It's just going to be okay. And I'm taking some intentional steps to ensure that at that time, no matter what, like if I have a positive pregnancy test or a negative pregnancy test, your girl gonna be all right. Okay. It's the bounce back queen. It's the bounce back queen. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be happy. And the thing is, I don't necessarily subscribe to, the idea that children complete a family. I feel like family is never ending. It can't start or end. And it's because like, love is never ending. It doesn't, there is no end to it. It just keeps on. It's like a circle. It just keeps on going on and on and on forever and ever. And so there isn't a part of our family that needs completion. Our family is complete as it is. That's how I feel. So any children are a bonus to our family. Children are a cherry on top to this family. And we're gonna do, obviously I want children. Both of us do. And so we're gonna do the things that it takes to get them. But if it doesn't happen, I will not be the first woman who did not have a child, and it will be okay. It will be okay. Okay. Because if you have ever experienced heartbreak, like I know I can think of like 2 men in my life, okay, whom I loved. I love these. I was about to say something. I love these men, and thought that I was going to be with them, and the heartbreak of like breaking up with them in the moment just felt like, oh my gosh, it's such a departure from what I thought was going to happen in my life. And now, you know, obviously being many, many years on the other side of that, I know, and many, many years on the other side of other kinds of heartbreaks where I thought, you know, I would have a certain type of life or a certain job, or I thought that I would have, you know, a certain whatever amount of money or whatever it is. And being on the other side of that, like triumphing many times, you know, over a lot of hurdles in my life, I know that on the other side of despair, there's glory. There is just bright, bright light. You know, there is a wonderfulness that awaits me on the other side. So, and I know that. And so because of that, there is no downside here. There is no like, oh, I'm not going to have children and my life will be not as good. No, it's going to be actually lit. It's going to be not lit because it's a faith-based channel. It's going to be lit in a good way. You know, it's just going to be really wonderful. There's a lot of wonder and amazement on the other side of not having children, just like there is on the other side of having children. So I just am holding that in my head, reminding myself of that I actually do believe that, and I don't subscribe to other ways of thinking, even though other ways of thinking may be more popular. That actually, for me, I don't believe that. What I believe is that my life is good right now as it is. I love my husband. I love my little house we live in. I love my little job. You know, everything is great. And it's not because my husband and my house and my job are perfect. It's because I'm choosing to find or to view them as all good, you know, to just find all the good in them. At this point, I'm just talking, girl, and the video is getting long, okay? You've seen me with the IUI. I will come back at some point and let you know that I am not pregnant or pregnant, okay? And that's it. Oh, I should also tell you, I always forget, like my videos, like them, subscribe to my channel, share with a friend if you think that it could be helpful to somebody. Stick around, write something in the comments. I would love that. Yeah, like stick with me. Okay, now, bye.